Cass Lowood has inherited an unusual vocation. He kills the dead. Searching for a ghost, the locals call Anna, dressed in blood. Cass expects the usual: track, hunt, kill. What he finds instead is a girl entangled in curses and rage, a ghost like he's never faced before. She still wears the dress she wore on the day of her brutal murder, once white, now stained red and dripping with blood. Since her death, Anna has killed any and every person who has dared to step into the deserted Victorian she used to call home. Yet she spares Cass's life. Anna, Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. As newcomer Stephen forms a friendship with the charismatic Devon and something more with the troubled Kara, he starts to feel like he's getting caught in the middle of a conflict he doesn't fully understand. And as Devon's group of friends who hang out in the cemetery they call the playground get increasingly reckless, Stephen worries he might be in over his head. His fears prove well-founded when he learns of his town's dark past, where many of the oldest residents attribute the bad times to creatures right out of an urban legend. The legend goes that the only way the town will prosper again is if someone makes a sacrifice to those nightmarish creatures. And while Stephen isn't one to believe in old stories, it seems Devon and his gang might put a lot of faith in them, maybe even enough to kill for them. The Cemetery Boys by Heather Brewer. The city of Ludlow is gripped by the hottest July on record. The asphalt is melting, the birds are dying, petty crime is on the rise, and someone in Hannah's peaceful suburban community is killing girls. For Hannah, the summer is a complicated one. Her best friend Lillian died 6 months ago, and Hannah just wants her life to go back to normal. But how can things be normal when Lillian's ghost is haunting her bedroom, pushing her to investigate the mysterious string of murders attributed to the Valentine killer? With the entire city in a panic, Hannah soon finds herself drawn into a world of ghost girls and horrifying secrets. She realizes that only by confronting the Valentine killer will she be able to move on with her life, and it's up to her to put together the pieces before he strikes again. Paper Valentine by Brenna Yovanoff. Indiana, 1818. Abraham Lincoln kneels at his suffering mother's bedside. She's been stricken with something the old-timers call milk sickness. Only later will the grieving Abe learn that his mother's fatal affliction was actually the work of a vampire. When the truth becomes known to young Lincoln, he sets out on a path of vengeance that will lead him all the way to the White House. While he is lauded for saving a union and freeing millions of slaves, his valiant fight against the forces of the undead has remained in the shadows for hundreds of years. That is, until Seth Grahame-Smith stumbled upon the secret journal of Abraham Lincoln and became the first living person to lay eyes on it in more than 140 years. Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter by Seth Grahame-Smith. In Mary's world, there are simple truths. The sisterhood always knows best. The guardians will protect and serve. The unconsecrated will never relent. And you must always mind the fence that surrounds the village, the fence that protects the village from the forest of hands and teeth. But slowly, Mary's truths are failing her. She's learning things she never wanted to know about the sisterhood and its secrets, and the guardians and their power, and about the unconsecrated and their relentlessness. When the fence is breached and her world is thrown into chaos, she must choose between her village and her future, between the one she loves and the one who loves her. And she must face the truth about the forest of hands and teeth. Could there be life outside a world surrounded by so much death? The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan.